Thank you.
Why did you do this? Why didn't you tell me everything right from the start, huh? And you call yourselves my friends.
We both know that we should have told you, but please try to understand. At first, it looked like just a mean trick, but then...
But right now, it became a case. Frankly speaking, I don't understand how Helen ended up being involved.
And how? Any ideas?
To be honest, I have no idea. But look, what would you do? You'd interrogate her? You think she'd tell you everything? No.
I don't know. I really don't know what to do. But at least you shouldn't have exposed yourself and put your lives at risk.
We just didn't know who we were dealing with.
But now you already know.
Yeah, now we know. With some lunatic, apparently.
The situation only gets worse.
Don't scare her.
Listen, it doesn't matter at all. You knew everything before me. The criminal is pursuing some goal step by step. Ekaterina Svetlov was killed by Markov. Markov was killed by Tamara. Zhilin was supposed to kill Tamara. Helen was supposed to kill him. Anything else I missed?
No, that's it. But in this Zhilin-Tamara case, things didn't work out as planned. In any case, Tamara is dead now.
If Helen was really supposed to execute Zhilin, then it's possible that someone out there cannot resist the temptation to kill this girl Helen for 5 million. What do you think?
Actually, you're right. We also thought about that.
They have thought about it.
Sergey, I need to go home now. I'm worried about Varya.
Helen, my dear, we both know your life is in danger.
Sergey, I need to go home now.
Igor, Helen needs to go home. Can we provide her security?
Hold on. Yes, Dennis, I'm listening.
Hello, Mr. Osachi. There's a connection. The girl named Tamara Satarov is the head of the Center for Support.
Well, not anymore. It's already too late. Hey, Lieutenant. Please escort Helen home. Make sure that everything is okay in her flat and be on your guard. Stay there for now. I'll reach out to you.
Got it, Mr. Osachi.
Keep an eye on her.
Igor, it's not necessary. I'll drive home.
No way. The last thing you need is to get behind the wheel right now. Rest assured that your car will be very safe here. Sergey will come back for it later.
Helen, Igor is right. Go now. Go ahead.
My bag. I'll just get my bag.
Thank you so much.
Sergey, just promise me that you will be safe here.
I promise.
For real?
For real.
I love you so much.
I love you more.
Goodbye now.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
You can't destroy a human life in one move, and as a rule it takes more than one step. You know, there are several actions that lead to death, and you have to watch each and every step and try not to do any harm. But if a person befriends the devil, then this friendship will stick forever and ever.
Come in.
Dmitri, please stop.
Now what?
I'm begging you. Listen
What?
to me, I'm begging you, please. I don't want to go there.
But why? Why are you worried about it? It's gonna be okay.
How could you do this to me? You said that you loved me.
Honey, my love for you will remain as it is, even if you sleep with a lot of men. I'm really open-minded. We will make enough money this time for us to live for a month. Now let's go.
This is sickening.
This will happen just once, I promise. Come on, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
What do we have here?
Fresh meat. Here we go. Time for some action, baby. Come here.
We should inform everyone about Zhilin. He could find himself in some trouble.
So tell us right now. You know most about him.
His name is Dmitry Zhilin. Year of birth 1986. Suspected of attempted murder.
Did you get that? Mm-hmm. Check the airports as well as the train stations.
Understood. Understood.
Hello, miss.
Where do you keep the documentation?
She is now in charge of it.
What is your name, miss?
I'm Elizabeth.
Then why don't you tell us, Elizabeth? Where do you keep it? So that we don't make a mess here.
Sure. Please come this way.
Well, this is enough. Who the hell are you? Hey, what are you doing?
Now I got you, scumbag. Don't move. I said don't move. Now look me in the eyes. Now look at me. I said look me in the eyes. Next time I will shoot you in the head. Do you recognize me? Do you know who I am? Of course you don't. I said shut up or I'll shoot you.
Shut your mouth.
I'm the father of that girl who came to you asking for help, and you sent her to the brothel.
What girl? Who is it?
Of course you don't remember anything. You are such a major flesh peddler now, aren't you?
There are a lot of girls, but they're at the right age. They come voluntarily and then
Do you hear me, you dumbass? You see, I'm her father. I don't want to know the technology behind your dirty business, you get that? Besides, I already know everything about you. Where your parents live. Your card numbers. Addresses of your brothels. She was only 17.
And after the first time well, you know, it was very awful, Dad. I'm so sorry for telling you about this, but you have the right to know. After that incident, I was begging Zhilin to let me go. I was crying like a fool, but he couldn't care less about my tears. He didn't let me go. He said I needed to work to get food and shelter.
Do you remember? Who is she? Say her name.
Polina.
Yes, it's Polina.
Please listen. I'm serious to her. I really love her. As you can see, we are in a relationship, a serious one. We really...
Now crawl as you want. You can't crawl very far. It seems all of that happened in this very room.
Stop thinking about it.
Oh my goodness. How will I live after what happened?
What are you talking about? What's wrong with that, my love? My silly girl. It wasn't that scary, right? I watched it online. If they did something wrong, I would intervene.
How could you do this to me?
You said that you loved me.
Yes, I do love you. It was just a job. Where do we get some money? You don't know anything.
I can babysit and also clean the floors. Dimitri, please, I beg you.
The floors, you say? What floors? If you have this, these perfect curves, that's her capital. Why don't you understand? Come here.
Dimitri, I can't.
Come here.
Don't you understand? I'm sick.
Now you're sick. Call your rich daddy then if you want, so that he gives us the money we need.
I can't do
You
that.
can't? Then why?
I'm so ashamed.
So ashamed, huh?
Listen, why do you like that? Torturing poor girls?
You know it's on them.
Of course that's on them, sure. Especially my daughter, who explicitly asked to be let go.
It was a misunderstanding. I didn't know that she didn't like it. I didn't know that she didn't like it. It was just a misunderstanding.
Of course.
Please, I'm begging you. It was just a misunderstanding. Come on!
I've told you to shut up! Shut up right now! I won't shoot you. Now run away. Run and don't look back. You better start a new life. Do you need money? Here, take it. Just get going then. You better get out of here, girl. You should stop selling yourself. Now go to the police. Tell them Pavel Zotov did this crime.
Here's more.
Maria D, Elena Y, Svetlana I. Why are there only first names? What's the secrecy for?
Well, the purpose is just to protect the women. Tamara thought that anonymity was essential so that no one could use this. You know, there were some cases.
This is her.
Who's this?
I saw her photo at Markov's and at Jilin's.
Polina Z.
Polina Z. Private company. Polina, who is she? Excuse me, do you know this girl?
I don't know her. Maybe it must have been before I came here.
I think she meant something to both Markov and Jilin. My guess is that she's connected to all of these cases.
Thank you so much. I'll go home now.
I must accompany you to her flat and make sure everything is fine.
I'm pretty sure that everything will be all right.
But I was ordered to do so.
You really think there's someone hiding in the entrance hall? We're not in a horror movie.
Well, you know, anything can happen.
It's already late now. Go back to your colleagues or go home. Good night.
Let me accompany you to the elevator just to be sure you're okay.
All right,
Great.
fine.
Well, all right. You may go now.
You are a conscientious officer. Everything will be all right. Goodbye. Varya? Varya! Is everything okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Did anyone come here?
No.
Were there any strange calls?
What do you mean, strange?
Just strange, Tim. Did anyone call, then hang up?
I don't think so.
Look, Tim, can you stay here for the night? I will call your parents to tell them about it. Is it all right with you? I should have let the police officer stay with us.
A police officer? Mrs. Odintsov, is everything okay?
Yes, everything's fine. So will you stay here?
Yes, I'll stay tonight. Please don't tell anyone. I live at the dormitory.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I remember.
Hello? What? Damn it. All right, I got it.
What's happening?
Pavel Zotov has just killed someone.
Who?
That guy, Jilin.
Darn, Polina Z. She's Polina Zotov. It was right in front of us.
Well, of course, now you understand everything. When you have all the pieces of information, right? And I feel like a complete idiot right now. Do you understand?
Igor, I'm really sorry. I just didn't want to make it personal. Well, I'm half disabled, my daughter's ill, and my wife got involved in this story.
I just thought we were friends.
You can punch me now if you want.
Punch me.
There should be some details that I need to remember. What happened? Just stay with me, dear. Just stay with me. Guys, be careful. Be careful, please. What's your name, dear?
Paulina.
Paulina, just stay with me. Whom should I call? Your parents? Please, be careful. My dear, Paulina, please look at me. Please, look at me. Don't close your eyes. Just be careful. Be careful. Come on, Sergey, please answer the phone.
We have to go and arrest him.
Hi, Helen.
Sergey, I remember who Paulina was.
We know too. We're going to make the arrest.
But there's more.
Oh no. So tough.
What's going on?
Listen to me, darling. I need to go somewhere.
Right now?
Well, yeah. You know me. If it wasn't important, I wouldn't go anywhere.
Is someone in danger?
Yeah, a bad thing happened to this one good girl. I count on you too. Okay?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Everything will be okay. Yeah, everything will be okay.
Everything will be okay because Tim is with me.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Love is the most important thing.
You know that your mom is acting weird lately.
She's not my... Yeah, right. She's unusual. My mom is unusual.
Update?
I accompanied her to her house and everything's okay.
Okay. Nothing strange?
I think not.
Right, thanks.
Right, let's split up. Sergey and I will go to Zotov's, and you go to Jilin's.
Got it, sir.
Here, the address.
Do everything by the book. Follow protocol.
Understood.
What do we have here?
It's like he's waiting for us.
It is possible. I mean, he's playing big. Always raising the stakes.
Sergey,
I told you he's playing.
but what's wrong with this girl?
If that's the girl whom Helen was not able to save, then it all makes sense.
But what's the connection between a pimp and a doctor?
I don't know, let's find out. Look at this. That's the gray-haired socialite. Hold on, wait a second. Do you remember at Markov's? There were holes in the walls from paintings and masks.
Well,
It wasn't his only purpose. Look, he was watching them.
he really was. There's a home video. Holy crap. He was sitting and watching another human die. This is not normal. It's not really normal. Okay, what else do we have? Helen. And that's that Polina company. The company is registered under the name Markov. And this is the power of attorney of Zotov that is made 2 years ago. What does this all mean? The documents were never reissued. Apparently Markov gave the firm to Zotov to repay the debts. Then Zotov could use the banking information. That's the reason why the firm continued its operation even after Markov's death. What a forward-thinking person he is.
It looks like he lost a close relative, maybe a daughter. So he swore to take vengeance.
Yeah, you're right, but he's the only one who can tell us the details. But where is he right now?
Come in, come in. Hello there, Helen. Finally, we meet now.
Hello, Zotov.
I knew that you would understand sooner or later, and only you could understand.
I took her from here in an ambulance. Well, nothing's changed. But way back then, I had no time to look around.
Please come closer. Take a seat. There's a chair. I bought this house and I left everything as it was before. I wasn't here during the scene that you have described to me earlier. But I was sitting here for weeks, just thinking about how it could have been. You know, my girl, she runs from the brothel, and look, she has no one. She's trying to find a place to live and spend some money to rent the shack. Where do you think she takes the money?
I really don't know.
Of course you really don't know about it. She just sells her expensive iPhone, my gift to her, so that she would be able to pay for the shack. And now she buys an old phone for herself. But she doesn't use it to call. She didn't call anyone using this. She just used this to record all of her life story.
So was all that just vengeance?
I was listening to the whole story of my daughter's life, and I thought that I should do something about this. That I should punish the culprits. I've been collecting information for years. And I even found out about the owner of this ruin, who rented a room to Paulina.
Then why didn't you go to the police?
Do you really think that all I want is only justice to be served for this?
Then what is it?
I want revenge.
That's suicidal.
Now who can judge an inconsolable father? What on earth can console him? Only vengeance. Do you understand? Vengeance on people who ruin his daughter's life. The first one was that journalist named Catherine Svetlov. She was that young, ambitious witch. My lovely wife didn't do anything wrong. She was just a banking lawyer, and it wasn't her fault that the bank she worked for at that time collapsed. Investors lost their money, the managers ran away, and she was made a scapegoat. Is it because she was the only person who could be detained by the police even though it wasn't her fault? It was hell. After a few days of staying in a cell, she was placed under house arrest. No matter how many times she explained it to them and told them that it was the management who was really guilty of accounting fraud, that all she wanted was to cooperate, but it was all in vain. Her reputation was destroyed.
Evgenia Zotov, the lawyer of the Bristol Bank, was detained a few days ago. She is suspected of money laundering and improper use of investors' money. She is now under house arrest. All attempts of the journalists to contact her were unsuccessful. Mrs. Zotov was the right hand of the management of the bank. The fact that she pleaded not guilty in her case is seen as simply deceit.
Dad! Daddy! She's been there for a few hours already.
Darling, it is understandable. She's nervous.
What do you mean it's understandable? We need to do something! What if she...
Don't be ridiculous, Paulina.
Mom? Mommy? Mom, please open the door.
Here,
We're worried about you.
Wait, take a step back. Honey. My dear.
Mom? Mommy?
can it be? How can it be? She took so many sleeping pills that it could kill 3 people. Can you imagine this? Of course you can. You're a doctor. My darling little daughter was holding her dead mother in her hands. And I stood there like a fool, not knowing what to do.
That's awful. It is truly awful.
With Catherine Svetlov, as any modern journalist looking for sensation, delivered the verdict even before the court judgment. She destroyed the reputation of my wife, killed her, and orphaned my daughter. And she continued living, enjoying her fame. Yes, she is a popular journalist. The burning issues of the day.
Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Congratulations.
If only I'd known that the worst things were yet to happen. As a doctor, you must have seen such situations. You know, when a terrible illness seems to be fought off, having taken its toll, but no, it suddenly comes back again. And now without any mercy. Have you seen that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If only I'd known that it would come back. On the other hand,
I know.
how could an ordinary person just know when he would end up having to face the worst? What's happening here? What's happening here?
Oh, Dad! Dad, you're home!
I'm asking you what's happening here. Who are all these people?
They're all my friends.
You can't have such friends, understand?
But why, Dad? Don't be ridiculous, aren't you a great guy?
Listen, what's your problem, old fart?
What are you doing? Dad, let him go! Let him go!
What's wrong with you, huh? What would your mom say?
You have no right to talk about her. Don't even try to mention her. You coward! You walked around all day just outside her door while she was all alone!
What else could I do?
What are you laughing at, you idiots? I'm asking you right now. Get out of here this instant! You should have at least entered her room to say that everything would be okay and just try to comfort her!
I did that every day, and I don't understand why you don't remember or you don't want to remember.
I've already told you guys, get out of here!
Okay, we're going.
You know what? You should have been beside her.
I thought she wanted to be alone just for some time.
But she was dying in that room. She was dying there in that room! And it's all your fault! Your fault!
I'm sorry.
Hey guys, let's get out of here. Let's go. Because we've been here for too long.
Stop behaving like a child.
Just let me go! Goodbye!
I said stop right now. I said stop. Elena, don't you dare leave. Don't you dare. Go
I
out of
said
that
let
door
me
and you're
go.
never coming back.
Okay.
Oh dear. If only I had apologized or found other things to say. But those words were fatal.
Do you have any idea where she went?
At first, she lived with friends. Then moved in with Markov. They already had an affair. But he used her and dumped her. Of course. He was afraid that I would know because he relied on me in his business. He was a kiss-ass, a coward, and, as it turned out, a scumbag. It was he who introduced her to Jilin as if it were a coincidence, and he had nothing to do with it. But in the end, he started to feel remorse. Then he started to hit the bottle, and he sank so low. I started thinking he would spoil the joy of my vengeance.
The dream of vengeance destroyed you.
I wanted it to destroy me. Because that was me. Who pushed my Polina into the hands of Markov, Jilin, and that fanatic Tamara.
You couldn't know that.
When she died, I also didn't know anything. She was taken to the hospital without any ID, while they were determining her identity, while the district police officer was looking for me. While this was going on, I received a parcel, not knowing anything.
Good afternoon. Hey, Mr. Zotov.
I suppose so.
Sign here, please.
Where?
Here, right here. Here you go. Goodbye.
Dear Dad, I feel very ashamed, but I need to tell you everything.
A police officer called me the same night. He said, "Are you so-and-so?" I said, "Yes, what happened?" "Sit down," he said. "Just hear me out." You know, he was a good psychologist, this police officer. And then I found out about the hospital and internal bleeding. All the culprits had to pay for this. And I didn't kill anyone myself. They fell prey to their own greed. The only one I had to shoot was Jilin, but that's just because for some reason one pawn on the board started moving and played some kind of game.
Listen, I'm not a pawn and I'm not guilty of anything.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Tamara, a strange woman she was. And you. Of course. You're not guilty of anything. But I couldn't get to that filthy swine from the hospital reception who didn't want to admit Polina. She died because of a heart attack 2 years later. But someone had to pay for it.
That's not fair.
You should have become the symbol of the unscrupulous medical system in that hospital.
I'm not a symbol, I'm a human. And I'm not guilty of anything.
Yeah. The vengeance corrodes a person completely down to the ground.
And who was supposed to kill me?
Nobody. But your only punishment was to live with guilt for killing Jilin. Moreover, you were supposed to get 5 million. But you'd live thinking that you were a killer.
But you watched me. And you watched my family. You followed me. You should have known I'm not capable of killing a person.
Even for Varya?
Even for her. I'm begging you to let me go home. She's all alone there.
No, she's not alone.
Of course. You know everything about me. But the one who is at the head of this list of culprits is you. You were in such deep mourning for your wife you didn't notice the state of your daughter.
Yes, you're right.
All she wants is to be heard. But you started lecturing her.
You're right.
What? Please don't do that.
Helen!
Varya! Varya, what are you doing here?
I heard everything about your daughter. And I feel sorry for you. How old was she? She was my age, right? You've honestly suffered so much. All by yourself. You know, I almost died of cancer. Maybe I will. But you know what, mister? I don't want to see other people suffer. At all.
Don't move!
Walk, let's go. Go on.
Go. Come on, move it.
Come on, keep going.
Keep walking.
I fell asleep and then woke up. Tim told me your mom didn't come back.
Come on, let's go.
And then I
We're
found the
good.
note you left for Dad in the kitchen. Here.
Sergey, darling, Zotov is Polina's father. He can only be where the girl was taken from. Everything must stop. Here's the address.
I called you, but you didn't pick up the phone. So I left tons of messages on your phone. Dad, Helen is in danger. Mom is in danger. Here's the address.
I see.
Look, I'm not deaf. Neither is Tim. Over the last 2 days, you've been discussing some horrible things, and we started to understand what was going on. And then we decided that we should come here. And when we arrived, we heard what all this poor man was saying. Mom, I love you. And of course I love you too, Dad.
Oh, come here, Tim. Come on.